Good Sunday morning, everyone. Afternoon, I guess. My name is Amy Williams, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. It is July 23rd, 2022. It is my mother's 80th birthday, so she's going to come over in about 45 minutes. So I'm going to, I wanted to do this video before she gets here. I am so excited about today and her birthday. Oh, I better wrap her a gift. That's next. So I'm going to show you a technique today. So as some of you may know, I was a demonstrator for Stampin' Up! About 22, 23 years ago. And then life happened and I kind of stopped and taught, raised my kids, and then kind of got back into it a couple years ago. But I had a plastic tub full of cards that I've been using over the last 20 years. And there was one on there's two. There's one that's a baby card that I have made over and over again. And one of the reasons I got back into Stampin' Up! Is because I ran out of some of the paper. Seriously, that's why, because of this baby card. But the other one was one that I loved the technique that I had done on, and I was like, oh, I don't want to forget that. Now, I'm going to be honest, I can't find the rest of the card. This is all I have. You can tell it's come off. This is no longer sticky. This was the card, but it's somewhere in this craft room, the other part of this, because I kept it because I loved it. And I was like, oh, I'm going to do that again someday. So today is someday. So I'm going to show you what I've got. And I'm going to kind of, I've got like two totally sets of cards using the exact same super easy technique. So I'm going to flip the camera and show you what we're going to do. Here we go. All right. Okay. Now this card, I'm just going to be honest. This can be done with any stamp set or any design. Okay. So here are the cards that I've got. Now these are baby cards, and I with my stamp club this month, I talked to them. We made cards that you could do pretty simply. And this has been my go-to card for about 20 years. Not exactly this. So, but it was a different elephant. It was a different stamp set. It was a different background paper. Obviously, it was different colors. But it used some DSP that we did not call DSP back then. And I have saved it and hoarded it for all this time. So I'm going to show you this DSP I have. Here's the blue set. And it came in vellum. And it came in, just the colors. Now, and you kind of see, in the circles. There are some that I don't have anymore because I've used it, but the squares, you can see these squares, and I wish I had something of the circles. I guess this one, I have a little bit of the vellum. Hold on. This has got circles, okay? So you can kind of see that, I think, through there. So I've got it in the blues, and there's no back to this. So don't, the solid color, there's no back. They didn't do that back then, okay? And you can see in this one, I still have some of the paper. This is Pretty in Pink, which that was probably my favorite pink in the whole wide world. So anyway, I've made this a million times, and I've made these cards. So when I was making these cards, the original card was not a baby card, and I'm going to show you what it basically was. We had two colors. They were called Perfect Plum and Pale Plum, I think. But we don't have those colors anymore. But this is the basic card that I made, okay? And this is the background. This is what I really want to show you because I've always just loved it. And this is a simple card. You could obviously add some rhinestones and things like that. And you can see this is the Pale Plum. They kind of remind me. This is like the darker version. This is Blackberry Bliss. This is like the darkest version of the three. And the Pale Plum, oh, wait, look. Here's a piece of it. Here's the Pale Plum. This was the card this was originally I used. And so it's kind of funny. So anyway, that's that. But anyway, all right, I digress. here's the card. Did I show it to you? So here's what we're making. But this was the inspiration. I wanted to do this. And I started making these and I was like, I wonder if you could do it in 2 colors. I'm going to try it. And so I did it in 2 colors, which I loved. And I'm going to show you some more monochromatic ones I have. So let's just get started with what we're going to do today. Okay. Let's just dive right in. Okay. I'm going to start with a piece of just basic white. You can use whatever color you want. And I'm going to do the, I want just like pink, but nobody ever has girls. I'll do blues. Okay. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to do them both probably. So I'm going to use Balmy Blue and, no, I'm going to do the pink and yellow because I always use Pool Party. I'm going to use Bubblegum and Lemon Lolly. These are 2 brand new colors. I think they're perfect for a child or, you know, a baby or, you know, you can use them for adults too. Let's be honest. Okay. So what we're going to use to make this technique are these little demi-flaggies right here. And they're Daubers. They're little sponge Daubers. And we have had them for years. Like we've I've always sold them. Like sold them when I was here 20 years ago. I can't find the one I was looking for. Let's see if that's it. Well, it's going to be. Okay. And I think they come in sets of 12. Let me check. I've got my catalog right here. And I think these often get overlooked. I'll be perfectly honest with you because I don't think people really know what to do with them because they're like, okay, whatever. Here they are. They are, oh, where are my glasses? Oh, Amy needs the glasses. They're right here. There's number 12. You get sponge Daubers. For $5.50 of them, you get 5. So, you know, they're just great. And you can use them for a lot of things. And this is what I'm using them for today. Okay. Here we go. All you're going to do is you're going to put it in your hand. You're going to tap it in here. And then you're going to put it on here and you're going to give it just a little twist. If you don't, what you get is that. And if you want that look, then do that. But I like a twist. Now, you're just going to twist all over. And you don't want to get ink every single time because you want the layers of color, right? You don't want it all the same color. That's how we're going to create dimension. So I've got some pink on there. Now I'm going to go with the Lemon Lolly. And again, you're going to want these to overlap just like that. And it just mimics that paper that I always loved so much. And I'm going to even get some really light in here, you can see. Okay, now I'm going to go back to the pink. And I'm going to do that. Okay. And you're just going to go all over until every bit of the white is covered. Okay. There we go. I'm getting there. Let's do some more yellow. Lemon Lolly. I like this color. My sister-in-law is a grandma now. And her grandma name, I guess that's what you call it, is Lolly. So when they came out with this card, I immediately thought of my sister-in-law, Tiffany, because she is Lolly and he is Pops. So, okay, so this one is done. There you go. Now, I did this and then I thought, oh, wait a second. No. I want to see what it's going to look like on vellum because I want to mimic that vellum paper too. So the second one I'm going to do is going to be on vellum. Okay. Now I'm going to use Balmy Blue, maybe, and Pool Party. So I've got my Pool Party dauber here. Let me get my Balmy Blue, which I really think has fallen onto the ground. Nope. All of my Daubers that I have used have all decided that they want to hide. I don't know where they are, so, nope. New one it is, all right? So I'm just gonna grab a new one. So I'm gonna start with Balmy Blue, okay? And I'm just gonna start going on the vellum. Now, on the vellum, you are gonna have to go into this a little bit more, okay? Just because it can't be too light, you know? So I'm gonna, you know, I may end up going a little bit more, we'll see. And then I'm gonna go into the pool party. And I'm gonna do that. Now I'm gonna be honest, I have done one ahead of time because, why? Oh, because it does take a hot minute to dry and I didn't want to get the heat tool out for y'all. Nobody wants to listen to a heat tool if they can help it, right? And nothing is more boring than watching ink dry, I think. Okay, so now this is a little bit harder to see. You can kind of tell. And I have, obviously I have something under it that's kind of keeping you from seeing it. So I'm gonna grab, hold on. I'm gonna grab this, a little square here so that we can, so that you can see a little better, because the vellum is harder to see. It's harder for me to see, to be honest. I kind of like, oh, I can't see. And you've got to kind of be a little careful because you can see, hopefully, I don't know if you can see it on a camera, but this is a little bit shiny. So you can see where it's wet. And you don't want to stick your finger in there and smudge it. I just did the wrong color. I know I just did that. Sorry, guys. And I really want this completely filled in. Like, I don't want any white showing. Okay, let's see. Again, I'm gonna kind of change my angle a bit so I can make sure I'm getting it. And it gets a little, I think it gets a little muddier on the vellum. You know, it doesn't, you don't have as many precise circles as with the other one, but that's okay. I think they're two absolutely gorgeous looks. And so there, okay, so there is my vellum, and you can see that. And then you can see it with this. So I've got that done, okay? Now I'm gonna close these up, and I'll be honest, I did already do some vellum because, again, nobody wants to watch this. So I have vellum done, and I've already put it onto there, but I'm gonna show you how I did that because I think that's important. Vellum is a really hard medium to get onto paper sometimes. As it can be a little bit frustrating, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn these over because I know this is the back. And I'm gonna take a little sponge and my mat, whatever this mat is called, silicone mat, and I'm going to use green glue. Okay, I'm just going to put a little green glue right there, and I'm just going to do a dab, 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 tap, tap, tap over here, and then tap, tap, tap over here. You can use other glues. You can use your Tombow glue, or not Tombow, steel, but it will show. It'll show through, and nobody wants that. So I'm gonna move those out of the way. Let's see. So I'm gonna put this on here, just like that. And doesn't that, I mean, to me, that reminds me of that vellum paper, okay? I love it. I think it's adorable. And takes me back. And again, I don't know about you. I am not a big, oh gosh, I'm going to have a birthday party or a baby shower in 3 weeks. I should go ahead and make a card. Nope, that's not how I roll. I roll, hey, I have a baby shower tomorrow morning or in 30 minutes. I need a baby card. And that's just how I roll. So there's that. And then I'm going to do and these are ones that I did earlier that are on white paper instead of the vellum. And I want you to see how those look on the paper, okay? Just so you can kind of see the difference. I promise it won't take long. These are quick. This one's a little bit smaller. I don't know why. So, 3. All right. So I have to tell y'all, it's kind of funny. We have a team page, and oh, you know what? I'm gonna cut these down. So I'm gonna put that right like that. And there's always this question of if people like the green glue, as we call it, or Stampin' Seal. And I only like green glue if I'm using it. I mean, if I'm you know, needing something small, like when I did the vellum, obviously I needed green glue. So, but when I have Stamp Club at my house, I like Stampin' Seal. I like Stampin' Seal. What am I saying? I can't do two things at one time. And so there, you know, there's the debate. Do you like this or this, this or this? And I am very much a Stampin' Seal kind of person. But when I have Stamp Club, I use the glue because it's cheaper. I mean, I'm just going to be honest. You know, sometimes doing Stamp Club gets a little pricey. So, and I'm just trimming these down a little bit because I forgot that I wanted to change the card a little bit. I wanted to add another layer. So I think, let's see, is this, wait. All right, these I think are a little bigger. So I'm gonna do these at 5, okay. So I'm cutting them all down to 5 and 3 3/4, okay. So I'm just gonna do that. And I'm gonna take the white part off because I don't want that. And so I think I've got everything the right size now. Yes, I do. Okay. All right. So next we're gonna do our little sentiment. And we are using the adorable Little Dreamer set. I love elephants. I don't know why. I just love them. So this little guy is a favorite of mine. And so we're just going to stamp him and color him very quickly. And then do that. So back to my green glue extravaganza. So we were on kind of jokingly about, are you on Team Green Glue or if you are on the other. And so one of the girls that comes to my Stamp Club actually is a demonstrator under me. So she comes, you know, because, you know, you always want to get techniques and things like that. So she comes and I'm going to do 2. And I say I always use green glue because I'm cheap. And so she goes, so she put on there, well, I was a Stampin' Seal fan, but now because of Amy, I'm Team Green Glue. And I was like, you know, I kind of laughed in my head. And another was like, oh, good. Look, see, I messed that up. So I'm going to turn it over. Amy, we're going to need to talk. And I said, well, let me just be honest. I'm actually Camp Green Glue too, but I do it because of that. And she was like, oh, okay. And then I kind of felt bad for Nicole because I was like, but I do like it. I just like the other better. I messed that up too. Good job, Amy. I love our 2-sided paper. I really do. Ta-da. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm just going to do 2. All right, so I'm going to get out my Stampin' Blends because I love Stampin' Blends. And I've got the Bubble Bath and Smoky Slate. Gray Granite. I lied. Gray Granite. So I'm going to color these real quick. And I'm going to start with my pink because I don't want to, I don't know. I just wanted a little pink on there. I thought he needed pink, so I put it in his ears. I can do everything gray. And so I'm going to take a little bit of the dark and I'm just going to take it like that and like that. And then I'm going to take the light gray granite and pretty much just do the whole little guy. Isn't he so cute? I'm telling you, anytime they come out with an elephant, I get it. I have every everyone I can get. I don't know. And I always use the elephant. And I love the little cows. I mean, those others are adorable. But if I'm going to have the chance, I'm going to have an elephant mostly. I probably should do some of that sleeping cow because he's so cute. All right. I'm just using this, kind of going to the side to get it done kind of quick. Now this piece of paper right here, this is 2 3/4. I lied, 2 3/4 by 2. Okay, 2 3/4 by 2, and then I'm gonna mat it with the 2 colors that go with it. And I'm going to be honest, those are just 1/4 inch bigger. So we've got 2 1/4 by 2. So the next 2 3/4, I'm sorry. I can't even say numbers. 2 3/4 goes to 3 and 2 1/4. And then it's 3 1/4 by 2 1/2 for your other mat. Okay, I just add 1/4 inch. That's when I measure. Sometimes I will just stamp this thing on a Stampin' on a piece of scrap paper and cut it, and then cut it around and do kind of like that. All right, so I'm just going to use this little babe right here and kind of just give a little bit of shading, because you know he needs a little shading. I like his little tummy. My son and his girlfriend are coming over. I get the whole family today. It just makes me so excited. Oh, I love my family. And my mother's favorite dessert or favorite food that she only gets on her birthday because it's disgusting is called tuna spaghetti. You've probably never heard of tuna spaghetti. I've never met anybody in my life who has heard of tuna spaghetti. And it consists basically of tuna fish, canned tuna fish, tomato paste, oil, and it's also got, well, it's also got canned mushrooms, because, well, that's what it started as having, as is canned mushrooms, and my husband makes it for her. And when he started making it, he was like, nope, not gonna do canned mushrooms. So he uses fresh mushrooms now. Oil, and there might, garlic. There's other stuff in there. I don't do the cooking, but it's disgusting. And I am having a salad and some leftover lasagna that we had in the freezer. So, because I'm not eating that junk because it's disgusting. I don't like tuna, but it's a very pasty sauce. It's just not good. But my mother loves it, and we make it every July 23rd for her because she's my mama and she gets what she wants. All right, so I'm just matting these up. Okay. Ta-da! All right. Ta-da! All right, so I've got that. Now, I told you I decided to, I want to do 2 that are the vellum, and then I'm going to do 2 that are not the vellum. And I have 2 of these already done. Okay. But I wanted to, I want to do ribbon. Okay. And we have, you know, all of these colors in ribbon. Okay. I'm going to use Pool Party because that white got, I felt like it just kind of faded away. And then I just like the yellow because since I had so much pink, I decided to go with yellow. But again, use what you have, okay? And all you do is you just take this and you take your snips and you snip. Okay, I'll do this one. You're just going to go a little bit bigger than what you need. Okay, then I'm going to take this Pool Party ribbon, which if you know me, you know Pool Party is my favorite color in the whole world. And I did not even see that in the catalog. Well, actually, I just assumed I had it, and I didn't. And I found out I didn't. I need about 6 rolls of it. Okay, so there I've got these. Now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to, got lots of these, don't I? I'm going to take this, all right, and I'm going to flip it over, all right, and then I'm going to take my Scotch tape, and I'm going to tape it down. That to me is the easiest way to do this. And again, I'm showing you how to make 4 cards really quickly, really easily, okay? Boom and boom. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and do them all. All right. I was going to stop, but then I was like, I can't stop. Aren't these cute? Oh, goodness. I didn't hear from my son if he was coming or if his girlfriend was coming, and I was like, oh my gosh, I hope they didn't break up. Shh, don't tell him. I was worried. I think I'd rather have her than him. I'm kidding. He's a great kid. Just kidding. All right. Look at that. Done, 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 and done. Okay. Now, I am, I love to say I'm lazy because I am. When you cut your paper, you get all of these, when you're cutting it down to matte, you get all of these 1/2-inch Doomie Floggies, right? You get a bunch of them. Well, they're perfect for when you're doing these sentiments. And I'm doing So Tiny, So Precious from Charming Sentiments. I love this. And then I'll do congratulations on the inside. You can always, like on this one, I did little baby big love, and you could just stamp it right on there. I was not brave. I'm just going to be honest. I was not brave enough to do that live, because what if I messed up when I messed up? I know I will. All right. So I didn't want to mess up in front of everything after I had gone this far. All right. So we're going to do So Tiny, So Precious. I'm going to do it twice. I'm going to do it once on this end. Boom. And then I'm going to do it once on this end. Boom. Well, it's a little crooked, but I think it's going to be fine. Okay, I did just get it on my thing. And then I'm going to wash this off real quick. And I'm going to get pink out. Wash that on here. Okay. If you know me, you know I usually... Well, you don't know me because you're in the world of the internet. I'm honestly always wearing black pants because half of the time I just wipe this onto my pants. So I wear a lot of black because of that. I'm going to turn that over because it's got some blue on it. All right, so this one I did the bubble bath. Okay. Oh, so pretty. All right. Okay. Now, I'm going to trim these a bit, okay, on my trimmer, just a little bit, and you know what, I just totally screwed one of those up. Yep, see, just totally messed that up, so only going to make one blue card right now. Okay, we'll do 2 pinks. All right. I'm going with this punch. You know it's my favorite. If you've ever watched me, it's the one I use all the time. When they retire this, I will be crying. Okay, because you know they will. They'll retire. They retire all the... They have to retire stuff all the time. Get new stuff, right? I said I was going to do the Truckin' Along stamp bundle, and I did get it. And I was going to do it because it's an online exclusive. It's so cute. I absolutely love it. But I'm going to be honest, the stamp is now on back order. And I was like, oh, I don't want to demonstrate something that I can say, hey, if you got it, great. If you're not, too bad, so sad. I didn't want to do that. So, you know. So I'll do that when it comes back in. It will. They've told us it's coming. I am going to have to do is I'm going to have to do 4 because I just can't do it. I can't not. said I was doing 4 cards. I'm going to do 4 cards by, oh, that's congratulations. Oh, so tiny, so precious. That's what I was doing. Okay. I totally just wiped that on my hand. Oh, man. This is what happens when you're trying to hurry. Okay. Plus, this is not the most exciting part of this project. There we go. Okay. Now, take it to the trimmer and trim. And just make sure you leave a little space for the this to cut. And if you don't leave enough and you see, oh, nope. If you don't leave enough and you see the words, then pull it back a little bit. It's pretty close, but it's okay. Okay, ta-da. All right, now let's put these beauties together, okay? Now, I am one of those people that likes to do things kind of quickly and as efficiently as possible. So when I'm making cards, and you know, I'll do this. When I'm trying to make, you know, a lot of cards in one little go, I'm like, I gotta get this done. So this is my mode of doing. So I just thought it looked pretty on the colored first and then on the card. So I did that. Okay. And then I'm gonna do this on the pool party. Okay. And this on the pool party. And then I'm gonna turn these over again. Okay, and I'm gonna adhesive them again. I know I look like a mess, but I'm not. I have a plan. Ah! That's when I'm trying to go too fast. I don't ever have trouble with Stampin' Seal Plus. That's what I use. I'm a plus girl. Gotta use the Stampin' Seal Plus. And so then I've just got my card that is just a standard A1 card, an 8.5 by 11 cut in half. And I'm gonna stick this on here. Okay. Oh, that's the one that's got it. And there you go. There is that. Now I'm gonna take my So Tiny, So Preciouses and my cute little elephants. Okay. I've got 2 more right here. And my Dimensionals. And I'm gonna do that. 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna just do 2, then you can see. I'll just do the vellum ones now because it's gonna take too long. You're gonna stop watching and they're gonna go, oh, it's too long. All right, what's this? That's pink. I gotta move that over because I got it off the thing. I think this is a blue. Oh, you know what? That took a little bit of the paper off. It kind of did that. All right. We are also having my mother's favorite cake. It's from a company here in Dallas called Stein's Bakery. My family has been getting cakes there since the 70s. And it is my mother's absolute favorite cake in the whole wide world. She loves Stein's cakes. And my son too, he loves them as well. And he's like, when he was close to getting married, he's like, that's what we're having at my wedding. And I was like, or not when he was close to getting married. He was not ever close to getting married. I take that back. When he had a girlfriend, and she didn't even live in this, she wasn't from here. And he was like, we are having Stein's cake for our wedding. He goes, I don't care who I marry. And I go, well, you might not get that choice that might not be for you to choose. It's not really your thing, but I said, don't worry, he'll have it at some point. So he's excited that he gets his a piece of Stein's cake. All right, so here he is. Okay, so here are my cards. I've got 2 that are vellum. You can see this is a little softer look than my 2 that are on basic white. You just see a little subtle difference, but you know, it's a difference. And so here is that. I'll make the other 2 later. I'll add those, my other 2. But I do want to show you some cards that I made that were kind of my original plan. So here's the original. Here's this. Now this one uses another online exclusive, the One Horse Open Sleigh. And I'm using the Stylish Shape dies on this die set. If you don't have this set, I highly suggest that I could use it all the time. Now, the other ones I have are basically just layouts. I haven't stamped anything on them. This is using Bushellberry. This is Blackberry Bliss, Night of Navy. This is Blueberry Bushel. Sorry, I don't even know if, oh, I do have it on there and it's not straight, people. Woo, Amy. You did a terrible, terrible job of that. I have to fix that because I can't have that. All right, there we go. So this one, I'll probably die cut something and put it on here and then stamp my sentiment and I'm done. Because it's nice to have things ready. So this one I did in Garden Green. I just did this layout again. I can stamp thank you, happy birthday, thinking of you, whatever I want. It's ready to go. This one I did in Melon Mambo. I mean, a lot of pink going on lately. So I thought, well, it would be nice just to have this. And then I can kind of figure out what I want to do with it later. But I have at least this part ready. So I have got some cards ready that when I need something, I can do it in a hurry. I have my baby cards here. I have my other cards here, and I'm ready to go. I've got lots of stuff. So, and I know 2 of them are already used because I know somebody's having a boy and somebody having a girl. So I've already got 2 of them used. So that's my stuff for today. I hope you liked this. Guys, this is such an easy technique that I just think is so cute. You've just got so many different, I don't know, there's so many possibilities with it. It doesn't take fancy tools. It's really, really quick. So I hope that you have a fantastic week. I will see you next Sunday. I go back to work. I'm a teacher or librarian, and I go back to work this week. So I have a couple days of fun, and then Wednesday it is. So have a fantastic week. Please like and subscribe. I would greatly, greatly appreciate that. And if you have any questions or need a demonstrator, I would love to be that. Have a good week. Thank you. Bye-bye.